Some people are laughing at this video, but I personally find it a little bit terrifying. As of course, that's probably your future if you commit the horrible crime of wrongthink. You're in the gulag and probably being organ harvested for creating a meme. All of this is Donald Trump now is meeting with the technocratic AI overlords, with what a lot of people see as a potential betrayal. Is it? What's really going on here? What's the excuse? Elon Musk was invited, but he didn't show up here. What's the real reason for all of this happening? Well, we have one theory that makes Donald Trump look really good and one theory that makes Donald Trump look really bad. We're going to go over both of them, as I think these theories are worth discussing in light of all the recent events that are happening right now, especially between the United States, China, Russia, Korea, and India, that seem to be ramping up for a very big geopolitical showdown here that truly does highlight not a good situation for the vast majority of humanity, in my own personal opinion. We'll go over that in a little bit. If you appreciate these types of videos, subscribe, click the notification button. We greatly appreciate all the time that you spend with us, and we do not take it for granted. Now, let's just get into it. It's 5-time August is pointing this kind of take here, as Alex Jones has a very favorable take for Donald Trump. We'll play you that favorable Alex Jones take in a little bit. But 5-time August, another person that I know, says, partnering with Bill Gates, hailing the Pfizer CEO as, quote, one of the greatest people, calling the Epstein situation a hoax twice, inviting Zuckerberg to the inauguration after he admitted to election interference, and then now to dinner after having multiple private meetings with Bill Gates within the last few days, as he also endorsed Lindsey Graham. And Dr. Fauci and all these other criminals and all these other Epstein predators out there are still running free. As a lot of people are saying, all good things, all good things. As a lot of people have some different type of excuses for what's going on here. As Mike Adams, the health ranger, says, Trump cozying up to the technocratic elites who rigged elections, censored Trump allies, push the coup hoax, and committed treason is the most disturbing photo of the year yet. As people are saying, what's going on here? Even Laura Loomer, who's one of the biggest cheerleaders and supporters of Donald Trump, is saying, a lot of these guys should be in jail. What are they doing cozying up to Donald Trump here? We have an explanation. We have two theories out there, as a lot of people are saying. Anyone super confused right now? Yeah. Absolutely. Even Lionel Media, who is a big supporter of Donald Trump, came out and said, watching President Trump seated with AI and big tech ghouls was sickening. The American people don't realize they're watching the architects of digital tyranny plot and control. It's worse than anyone admits, and ignorance makes the danger catastrophic. Yes, absolutely. We have to understand, these people didn't just censor, didn't just ban the president of the United States. They stopped an entire cultural movement. They force-fed us nonsense, slop, lies, propaganda, not only to the detriment of Western civilization, but to the demise of many who have lost their lives through the disinformation, propaganda, and fake news that they purposefully spread. As of course, they told everyone, oh, Russian collusion was there. Oh, yeah, the whole Hunter Biden laptop story. You don't need to worry about that at all. That's not something you need to look into right before the election, as major polls show that would have affected it. We're just fortifying the elections here, as the technocrats have a lot of power. And let's be honest, in Trump's administration, they're getting a lot more power. Why are you empowering? Why are you incentivizing? Why are you doing major programs, just like Trump announced earlier this year, where you're giving Larry Ellison pretty much unlimited funds, unlimited freedom to do what he wants? We have an explanation here. As I asked my audience, why is Trump surrounding himself with his biggest enemies? The view almost has the post almost has 1 million views right now. As a lot of people are saying, 90 chess, huh? Jason Ring says, one of Trump's biggest weaknesses has always been that he wants to be loved by the rich, powerful, and influential. Sad. Joey Salad says, because you can't win by shutting these people out. Yeah, and that's one theory. Rex, Alex Jones' son, says, but it's based. Don't be negative, bro. It's just the worst people on the planet. He, of course, is being facetious here. Erin Elizabeth, she's awesome. I really like her. I didn't read the responses until now. A lot of great people responding here. Because tonight, they've been trying to convince him to fire RFK Jr. I'm worried we're going to have a repeat of 2016 when Bill Gates did that when he hired RFK to lead the panel on the procedures. Donald Trump hired RFK Jr. and said, RFK Jr., his first administration, 2016, Donald Trump brought in RFK Jr. and said, listen, you're going to investigate the procedures, all right? And we're going to study this. We're going to look if it's actually good. We're going to do double and blind studies. Bill Gates heard about it, ran to the White House, and this is the truth here, and said, Trump, you're not doing this. Trump then, for some reason, offered him a position as the main science advisor. Bill Gates then publicly comes out on national television and says, Trump tried to do this investigation. I stopped him. Trump tried to get me to be a science advisor. I said, no. I shoot him away. With his moves. Then he fully backed and supported Kamala Harris. Now he's cozying up with the president of the United States. What in the world is going on here? Excuse me. Do you not remember Donald Trump? What in the world just happened to you? And now you're buddying. I mean, listen. I'll get into my theories about transhumanism, elite control. Before I do, send them to lukeandfilter.com. 13 plus years of video centered around helping you become the best, most amazing, strongest version of yourself. Plus, we are doing a range day. September 20th, only 5 spots remain. We had 10 spots. Now, 5 spots remain if you want to sign up, become a member, and then register that you are coming. You got to register before the spots fill up. Last 2 spots we're only going to make for the members that been signed up for the longest, and we're going to do a lot of other members meetups. I'm testing out other members meetups now. Here in South Florida, I'm going to be doing them in Washington, D.C. I'm going to be doing them in New York City. I'm going to be doing them all over the world. All right? I'm going to be doing them in many different places. So sign up to lukeunfiltered.com. And this range day is going to be very fun. It's going to be very challenging. No matter what your skill set, you think you're the best of the best, bring it. If we don't teach you anything, if you don't learn anything, I'll just give you a refund. Screw it. lukeunfiltered.com. Sign up right now. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, 20 cents a day, and then you get a lot of offers of value, seed oil cards, merchandise that you can only get as a member, a lot of really cool stuff. And you support us before we get put in the technocratic digital AI gulag system. Yay! As I think a lot of this has to do with China, and China taking our land to artificial intelligence. I'll get into that in a little bit. As Sergey Brin, Google co-founder, I think the statements from this meeting are important, came out and says, thank you, Donald Trump, for supporting us.
I also just wanted to mention, we don't have to get into all the details talked about in the Oval Office, but I think it's a real incredible inflection point right now in AI, and the fact that your administration is supporting our companies instead of fighting with them.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us and not fighting us. They fought him. They're the ones that started the fight. They're the ones beating up all the Trump supporters, all the MAGA supporters that are in technocratic digital AI jails, that have been censored, that have been demonetized, that lost their careers, that, by the way, have been debanked. Debanking and demonetizing, it's a way of not just ostracizing people from mainline society, but it's a way of ruining their lives. Like if especially now with how everything's digital, everything's online, you get people were banned from Uber, from Lyft, from Airbnb because of their political opinions. Okay? Donald Trump was banned on all social media platforms. You talked about Donald Trump, you got banned. You played a clip of Donald Trump, you had your video deleted. Now, these same guys that orchestrated, architected all of this, that started the fight, that beat us bloody, admit it, beat us bloody, or saying, thank you for not fighting us, as we beat you up. We beat the crap out of you. We pummeled you. We owned you. Thank you for not fighting us. Thanks for helping us.
It's hugely important. Obviously, it's a global race. And I think we're at the cusp where these AI models are about to become profoundly useful, kind of beyond the, okay, wow, it's cool, it can do that, but actually.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, who's nodding his head along here, literally is building nuclear reactors for his AI systems, right? The levels of like creepiness and transformational changes of our mainline economies and societies that are going to be happening are going to be vast. And I think this is why Donald Trump is choosing not to fight these people. But again, he's in power. It's his last type of hoorah. He doesn't need these people. Why is he cozying up to them when they so viciously attacked him and all of his supporters just a few months ago?
Actually, day-to-day, incredible utility, incredible productivity. So very grateful for your administration support. I also
very grateful for your administration support. That's not just doling out the red carpet, not just inviting them to dinners, but giving them all of our tax money payer funds, saying, yeah, let's make sure we're going to be the best in artificial intelligence. Let's support you guys. Without, first of all, there should have been, in my personal opinion, I got a big old nose hair in there. Sorry. There should have been a situation where it's like, hey, you guys did a lot of wrong. Make up for your wrongs. You guys destroyed, censored, and like totally like were absolutely awful to these people. You have to recoup their losses. You have to provide some kind of redemption. You have to provide some kind of compensation for the major financial pain and suffering, which you caused me too. You caused me tremendously. I said the Russian collusion thing was a hoax from the day one. I got demonetized. I had smears. I'm still censored on Wikipedia. You can't mention my name in Wikipedia for some reason, or all of the stories I break, or all the people I interview, the national headline news that we made, that we broke multiple times. None of that is available. So these people still censor us. These people still attack us. A few months ago, Trump got shot at. Facebook, Google, all accidents. You can't hear anything about it, but you could hear the corporate media attacking Donald Trump here. And now Bill Gates, alongside Donald Trump and Melania, talking about procedures and gene editing type of procedures, and taking American innovation, quote, eradicating disease here, when in reality, my God, goodness gracious, this guy has a lot of fingerprints here. As RFK Jr. must be freaked out right now that this is happening. Rightfully so.
Wonderful money that Satya's good work has helped multiply a lot. But I think the thing that ties my first career that I still spend some time on because AI is so phenomenal, and my second career is innovation, innovating in health in areas like vaccines or gene editing, and the president and I are talking about taking American innovation to the next level to cure and even eradicate some of these diseases. He mentioned polio, which is one that we're close. We don't need new science on that one. For some like HIV and sickle cell, we do need new science, but the U.S. Has the seed.
Pretty crazy how you have all these diseases, all these sicknesses, and no cures for them within the last few years. Interesting. And then our health just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, right? Our life expectancy going down for the first time in a long time. Hasn't gone down in a while. Now it's going down. People are having less children. People are unable to have children. People are becoming less fertile. But Bill Gates is like, who, by the way, controls vast majority of that entire space. He's like, yeah, we're going to do more now. There's too many people in this world. We need more procedures so there's less people in this world. And Donald Trump is sitting there saying, yeah, sure, funding, aiding, and abetting it.
It's in the same way that Warp Speed took those seeds and put them together. I think something fantastic can be done.
Warp Speed, again, what? Warp Speed wasn't fantastic, wasn't incredible. It just took our money and gave Big Pharma the money to do whatever they wanted to with, as they lied throughout their studies and then had no liability, treating us as guinea pigs, as then later the federal government under the Biden administration forced it all on us. All through Operation Warp Speed that set the blueprint for it.
AI...
And now Bill Gates be like, yeah, we'll do another Operation Warp Speed. What? No, thank you.
For our foundation is that we want a doctor for everyone in Africa through AI. We want farmers to have incredible advice and, kids to have a chance to learn. So the work being done by the people at this table is changing the world. It's, coming fast, so it's great. We all get together.
Changing the world. Look, I love the technology that we take for granted. Overall, as humanity, though, we got to take a step back, and I would argue that we are far off, way worse than we were a few years ago without all these brain warping, dopamine eviscerating, just gambling type of black hole devices that rob us of any free time and have us living in this kind of technocratic delusion state that has robbed us of a good life that we previously had and took for granted.
Get there and talk about how the U.S. can lead in this key area and apply it even to the poorest outside the U.S. as well as to our great citizens. So thank you for incredible leadership, including getting this group together.
Yeah. Bill Kristol came out. Impeach RFK Jr. Listen, Bill Gates now having the ear to Donald Trump, maybe potentially, especially with all the smear campaigns that are being organized against him. Now, again, Kennedy is on Capitol Hill, right, speaking out against a lot of this insanity, a lot of the nonsense, while Gates is inside of the White House talking about, oh, it's all great, Operation Warp Speed, awesome, really great. That's very interesting. A lot of people are saying, I think Elon Musk knows something because Elon Musk was invited. He didn't show up. He wasn't there. He sent a representative there. And some people are saying maybe he's seeing the writing on the wall here. But the overall response here is this guy should be in jail. Not with our president talking about Operation Warp Speed. Laura Loomer, Zuckerberg and Gates belong in prison. That was my first initial reaction. As soon as I saw this, I was like, why are these guys dining? They should be in jail. For real. Zuckerberg and Gates belong in prison, not at a dinner table with President Trump. Zuckerberg helped steal the 2020 election, and he never apologized for it. Yeah, Zuckerbucks, $600 million. Gates and his ex-wife, who divorced him because he wouldn't stop hanging out with Mr. Epstein, are two of the biggest funders of anti-Trump and leftist activism in our country. Yeah, and Kamala Harris. There isn't a single Trump supporter who's going to be happy to see this photo together. We stand with Trump. We want those opposed to him to face accountability. Yeah. Absolutely. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm agreeing with Laura Loomer here. Donald Trump inviting Bill Gates to the White House sparks MAGA fury. Yeah, it matters. What are you doing? And again, Donald Trump and his administration has been listening to people and their constituents and the uproar online and have been making decisions. Now, there were a couple other interesting parts of this type of interview here, but David Icke here, who's a little bit of a black pillar recently, says, quote, I said that Trump was put in power to front up the AI oligarch takeover of society with artificial intelligence, and that's exactly what he's doing with the oligarchs, driving the policy and direction. Here are many at a White House dinner yesterday, including Trump AI czar David Sachs, Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg, Tim Cook, Bill Gates, Sam Altman, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella. Clear your mind of all the diversions, and this is the thrust of the whole Trump regime, installing the AI control systems on every level, and with the Palantir tech that they've been doing, yes, that's exactly what's happening here. Now, that's the black pill version. White pill version is the Alex Jones version saying, no, AI is coming. We need to be in control of it. Trump's trying to control it. That's what Alex Jones is saying, which is extremely favorable towards Donald Trump, saying, Trump is trying to steer it away from globalist control and make it more of a nationalistic type of initiative. I would say we're building towards something that we don't know about, that's going to have vast, profound changes, that's going to allow these guys to be gods. And I think we should take a step back. Now, the argument is China's going full force with this. And China wants to control the world through influence. They might if they're able to, of course, have the first kind of AI systems out there. So it's a very complicated type of situation. We have, on one hand, David Icke saying Trump's implementing AI. And again, seeing Palantir upgrade the IRS systems, I'm not happy about. Seeing all the IRS people fired coming back, I'm not happy about that. Seeing a database, total information awareness being built up on every American citizen, I'm not happy about that. As well as now wearable devices that are going to be linked with the federal government. Palantir making business ties with Oura Ring. I'm not happy about that. And I think we should urge caution on that. That's my initial reaction here. What do you think about the Alex Jones theory that AI is coming whether we like it or not? We need to be ahead of it. This is why Trump's doing this, because Trump understands we got to be ahead of it and we got to steer it in the right direction. Otherwise, it's game over, or it's game over anyway. That's what Alex Jones is saying. We got a David Icke, we got an Alex Jones kind of theory. Which one do you think is correct? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for everyone signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. I really appreciate you guys. Come out to the Ranger Day. Trust me, this is going to be a life-changing, incredible event that you guys will remember forever. Super fun, super incredible. Only available to members of LukeUnfiltered.com. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more beautiful and amazing human beings. Subscribe, and we will have more reports coming out very soon on youtube.com/weare.